Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Final King. This is day 12 of schedule predictions. If you haven't seen the other ones, go check them out right now because today we're doing the Lions, baby. The number one NFC Detroit Lions. Let's get into it. Go check out all my other socials in the description. And let's go into your best and worst moves. Some of your best moves, obviously, Tyleik Williams drafting first round. Good replacement for Zadarius Smith. I think maybe it'll work out. We'll see. You lost Frank Ragnow. I don't know how. It's going to be hard to replace him. And Kevin Zeidler. Going to be hard to replace him too. And you did lose, obviously, your offensive coordinator and everything because you guys are cracks. So, obviously, they got hired as head coaches. You did sign DJ Reed, and I think you're ready for. I think you're ready to do it again. Not saying that you will. Let's get into it though. Week 1 against the Packers at Lambeau, you get your balls busted. Rookie's not ready. I think Jared Goff kind of needs to warm up a little bit, get back into it. He is a pretty old guy. But you can always beat up on the Bears. Everybody beats up on the Bears, especially in Ford Field, baby. Starting 1-1, not bad. But then you have to go to Baltimore. Monday Night Football, it's going to be tough. Last time you played Monday Night Football week 3, my Bucks, by the way, you lost. You're going to lose again. History repeats itself. You're 1-2, but that does not stop you from beating the Browns. You've won your home games and lost your away games. Who would have guessed? Almost anybody could have predicted that. Well, if you look at the games, Bears-Browns are way worse than Packers-Ravens. It also just plays into factor. Like, home and away games definitely play into factor. Not, like, a whole lot. But you start off the season 2-2, going to the Bengals, and away game against a high-powered offense. We don't know how good this defense is going to be with losing a couple things. But you got DJ Reed. But starting off season 2 and 3, but don't worry, Lions fans. Don't worry. Don't click away. Things are about to turn up heavily. You're going to Arrowhead. Just like I said, sometimes it matters. Well, boom. You beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. It is what would have happened as well if they made the playoffs. But for some reason, the Commanders beat them. I don't even want to talk about the Commanders because the Bucks, yeah, whatever. Semi-revenge game, I guess. And then you play the Bucks on Monday Night Football again in Ford Field, though. It's kind of a revenge game. Remember how I said we beat you in week 3? I think it's more of kind of a revenge thing. You're in Ford Field too. It's just not. I don't think the Bucks can handle it. We all, especially with Jared Goff. I mean, the dual threat running back situation is just like crazy. Heading to the bye week, you're 4-3. That's probably not where you want to be in the bye week. People are kind of skeptical, like, oh, they're not going to be able to run it back. Oh, they're screwed. But you have Aiden Hutchinson now. As long as he stays healthy, as long as your team stays healthy, you're going to cook. Coming off the bye week in Ford Field against the Vikes. That's an easy W. Bang! And I like it. I like it. But then you head to the Commanders in Commander Stadium. Don't matter. You're going to beat them. That is revenge at its finest. A lot of revenge games here on the Lions. Win or loss side. A lot of revenge games. I love it. They're here for vengeance. They got cooked in the playoffs early. Nuh-uh. And they went 14-3 last season, so they're regular season warriors, if anything. So they're getting revenge this season. Now, if they had to play the Eagles, who knows what would have happened, but this is in Philly. And Philly's crazy. You're going to lose that one, which I say you beat the Chiefs, but you're going to lose to the Eagles. You're kind of in that range. I guess that's kind of fair, no? Come on, Lions fans, agree with me here. Giants in Ford Field. Do I even need to say anything? We don't even know who the starting quarterback is going to be at this point. I say that every time a team plays the Giants, but it's true. It's literally true. You could throw 4 different quarterbacks out there. It's very similar with the Browns situation. I think you should throw Russ out there, and if it doesn't work, throw Jameis. I don't think Dart is ready. I think you should bench him the whole year, but people probably want to see Dart. Whatever. That'll be in the Giants video. Packers, again. You're not going to get swept by the Packers. Don't worry. You're going to beat them at home, lose to them away. And you're starting to pick up a couple wins here. And back-to-back Thursday Night Football. Cowboys always play better on Thursday Night Football, but you're in Ford Field, and I think since it's not the Thanksgiving game, I think you catch a break here. So, bada bing, bada boom, baby. Then you play the Rams. It's in SoFi, and they're trying to win the division. I think you actually do lose this. I think this is kind of a revenge game for them, if that makes sense. I feel like you guys always meet in the playoffs. You guys always beat them. I think you do lose to them in the regular season, especially being in Cali. Steelers in Ford Field. That's a dub. Come on. I mean, Aaron Rodgers could be broken at this point. Who knows what's going to happen? And Mason Rudolph isn't going to trot out there and be the Lord and Savior. I may be a little hating because he's from OSU, but Baker, Kyler, Jalen, all better. Anyway, the Vikings, again, you sweep the Vikings. I think that J.J. McCarthy is either not ready in the first game or injured in the second game, to where I think you sweep the Vikings. They really don't have that crazy of a defense anymore. I feel like people always talk about like how their defense can actually hold up with their offense. I don't see it. Like, they went 14-3, sure. I think Sam Darnold's just slinging that thing. You don't get swept by the Bears either. You only split the series with the Packers, and you sweep the Bears and Vikings to end the season 12-5. Now, obviously, 14-3. I mean, that's just like kind of an insane season. Like, you can't predict a team that goes to go 14-3. I just don't think. I think the NFL's way too competitive this year, and you got 12-5. Might be generous, but I think your defense, you have so many good stars on both sides of the ball that I think that any game is a win. You can win that game, but at the same time, if your stars don't perform, any game is a loss. Let's head on over here. And I was a believer. I put you guys at 13-4 last year, and you went 14-3. Like, I was right there. Like, I basically had you guys winning the division. I believed in the Lions, and I kind of do again. I mean, why wouldn't you? They had a tough loss in the playoffs. I don't know what happened. Screw the Commanders for how they played. Where does 12-5 get you? Does it win you the division? Does it get you the bye? Do you lose the division? You're making the playoffs. Predict it right now, and let me know below if you think you're correct when you see this. Because 14-3, it was almost... Two teams are 14-3, and the Lions barely won, technically. They win the NFC at 12-5. Yeah. And you can already see right now, the two AFC teams are 13-4, 1-2. 12-5 wins the NFC, ladies and gentlemen. There's a couple ties that happen, obviously. There's a couple teams that are going to go 12-5. Like, that's crazy. And that division is very competitive, so you already know that the next team from that division is going to be the number 5 slot. You already know. Whether it's the Packers, Vikings, whoever, they're going to be in the number 5 slot, probably at 11-6 or 12-5. And you know that. We know that. But yeah, man, Lions get the bye back-to-back. And maybe it's the curse of the bye. Maybe they suck in the playoffs again. But your 2 bye-week teams have been revealed, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost halfway through the NFL teams. But I would like to thank you guys for the support. Thank you for watching these videos. And I will see you guys tomorrow for, I'm pretty sure it's the Packers, which will be very interesting. So I will see you guys then. Peace out.